A man is arrested for rape after police say bystanders jumped in to help the victim. I'm Ashton Hackman. We'll have the latest coming up.
The future of the Kinsey Institute remains up in the air. The decision by the Board of Trustees is put on hold. We have the latest.
And rates for standard on-campus housing is set to go up next year. Find out by how much. Hello and welcome to Hoosier News Source. I'm Karlie Flanagan.
And I'm Brooklyn Lambright. A victim is safe and recovering, and a man is in jail after an attempted rape happened in public.
Police say the assault happened right around sunset when many people were walking through campus. Our Ashton Hackman is in the area of where it reportedly all happened and has the latest. Ashton?
Yeah, hey guys, court documents are revealing this very scary situation. IUPD tells us that just around 5:30 on Friday evening, they received reports of a sexual assault in progress here at Dunwoods. We're told that bystanders jumped in and helped stop the assault and immediately called 911. Officers reportedly found the suspect a short time later at the intersection of 4th and Lincoln Street. He was identified as Brian Jones. IUPD says that he is not affiliated with the university. Police arrested Jones for attempted rape, sexual battery, and several other misdemeanor charges. Now, IUPD is praising the action of these bystanders who moved in quickly, saying in a statement, quote, "The IU Police Department commends the quick action of the bystanders that stepped in when they saw a harmful situation and for swiftly contacting law enforcement. IU is dedicated to preventing and responding to all forms of sexual violence." Now, police say that the victim was given aid and a list of support options following the assault, but still a very traumatic experience nonetheless. Reporting from Dunwoods, I'm Ashton Hackman. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Ashton. During this time of the year, safety for students has found to be at a greater risk. After Halloween weekend, there has been a total of 4 sexual assaults that occurred within dorms and apartments surrounding IU's campus. Since August of this year, there has been over 13 rapes and 10 sexual batteries reported. We are currently in a period called the Red Zone, which lasts from fall semester until Thanksgiving break, where students on college campuses are at a greater risk for sexual assault. IU's Office for Sexual Violence Prevention and Victim Advocacy has been watching the numbers all semester and wants people to know about their services office and provides.
With our passive programs, we're often exposing students to just the fact that our office exists and that we have support for people like that that's a big part of our passive programs, of being like, I've never heard of you all.
The office is located on the 3rd floor of the IU Student Health Center on campus and provides help to anyone in need. This is a sensitive issue for many people and one we will continue to cover. We have a list of resources for sexual assault survivors, including information on how to make a report. You can find that on our website, iustv.com.
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help finding a man who allegedly shot his neighbor early Monday morning. Brett Sharrow is wanted on a preliminary charge of battery with a deadly weapon. We're told that a man walked into IU Bloomington Hospital with a gunshot wound. Investigators determined that the victim was at a property in Steinsville when Sharrow came onto the property and got into an altercation. Police say the victim reported hearing a gunshot before being hit in the buttocks. All attempts to find Sharrow so far have been unsuccessful.
The debate continues over funding for IU's Kinsey Institute. Now the IU Board of Trustees postponed a vote on a proposal that would have jeopardized the Institute's future with the university. The proposal would establish a nonprofit organization to fund and operate a small portion of the Institute. It would also keep the Institute at IU and preserve its name. IU President Pamela Whitten has expressed concerns over the precedent of restricting funds from specific research institutions. Debates over the Kinsey Institute began earlier this year when a new Indiana law passed to prohibit taxpayer dollars from going into the Institute.
The IU Board of Trustees gave the green light for the design plans of a student housing project at the old Poplars building site. The $81 million project will fill the 1-acre lot at Dunn and 7th Streets. The student housing building will have nearly 400 beds and feature several courtyards. There will also be amenities like lounges and study areas. The project is expected to be completed by March of 2026.
Dorm rates for all IU campuses are set to increase beginning next school year. Beginning next fall, standard room and board rates for IU Bloomington will go up nearly 3% or $319. IU South Bend and Southeast will also see rate increases below 3%. IU says that despite the rise in prices, rates are below the pace of rental inflation in Indiana. The Wright Quad renovation project is also seeing a big jump in the price tag. The project now is budgeted at $70 million, an increase of $20 million from the original estimate. IU says that construction cost escalations and supply chain disruptions were reasons for the increase. The renovation hopes to make major upgrades to one of IU's older dorms, including adding AC and updating the design for rooms, lounges, and bathrooms. The project is expected to wrap up by next December.
Another year of IU Dance Marathon is in the books. The nation's largest student philanthropic organization survived the 36-hour marathon.
Our Ashley Voss talked with some of the members who had to stay awake the whole weekend.
Thousands of IU students gathered in the tennis center this weekend to stand on their feet and stay awake for 36 hours to honor the kids at Riley Hospital for Children.
I just really feel like I'm making a difference in the world, and that's like so much better than any stupid college activity.
IUDM is the second largest student-run philanthropy in the world. Over the 36 hours, there are over 25 Riley stories presented.
In reality, she's in remission.
So I was actually a patient at Riley. So I was born with a cleft lip and palate. So I was a part of the craniofacial outpatient clinic. So I've had like 15 surgeries throughout my life, like to correct it or whatever. And then I also had a spinal fusion surgery to correct my congenital scoliosis.
In between these stories, students engaged in a variety of activities, such as concerts, learning choreography, and playing sports to stay occupied over the course of the event. But they don't attend for the activities. They attend for the people.
Just like the best people I have ever met in my life.
This may be a tiring weekend for students, but they do it all for the kids.
Once I considered myself a Riley kid in high school, when I found out about Dance Marathon, I just knew that I had to find a way to keep giving back.
IUDM raised over $3 million that will go directly to Riley Hospital for Children. For IUSTV, I'm Ashley Voss.
For more information on IU Dance Marathon and how to get involved or donate, head to their website, iudm.org.
I think it was hard for them to say no, and especially now that she's here and everybody sees how much everybody loves her.
The IU Police Department has a new hire, but this one has 4 legs. We'll introduce you to the furry friend putting on the vest and tell you about the role she serves for IUPD.
Plus, take a deep dive into an IU public safety program training people for underwater rescue. Those stories and more when Hoosier News Source continues.
You're watching IU Student Television.
There is a new member of the IU police force, and she serves a very special purpose.
Our Karlie Lichter had the chance to catch up with her and is in studio with more. Karlie?
Thanks, guys. IUPD's newest recruit is lending a helping hand, or should I say paw, to the force. I got to catch up with Honey, the latest canine to wear the badge, and her handler, Hannah Skibba.
Honey isn't like other canines on the IUPD team.
Every police dog has their role in our police department, and her job is to give everybody some love and bring a little light to your day.
The almost 2-year-old plot hound joined the force this fall. Honey's handler and the department's public information officer, Hannah Skibba, says she evaluated the trends, like other Big Ten schools having therapy dogs. She said after a proposal to add Honey as a partner on the team, it was hard for them to say no.
Especially now that she's here and everybody sees how much everybody loves her. Is that your officer? She's really selling herself, and she's been a great addition.
Honey traveled a long way to get to Bloomington. She was rescued and trained through the Paws and Stripes College based out of Brevard, Florida, County Sheriff's Department.
They rescue all of their dogs from shelters and then use inmates at their facility to help train them.
But that doesn't mean Skippa was off the leash.
Once I got to her, we did 40-hour course therapy dog certification together, and I got to bring her back home.
Unlike the other IUPD canines, Honey is a therapy canine, which according to the IUPD team can help bridge the gap between a traumatic event and mental health support.
Having her on a scene can really help reduce stress and anxiety when tensions are high. And so once we get those anxiety levels down, we're able to communicate with folks and really help, solve whatever issue we have.
Like any canine with a 9-to-5, Honey isn't worked to the dog bone.
But I take care of her 24/7. So at the end of a long day, she comes home with me, the harness comes off, and she's just able to be the loving, crazy dog that she is.
And always has time for treats.
Yes. I'm able to build connections with folks that maybe I wouldn't have had conversations with before. So our students are absolutely loving her, and we're building really awesome connections along the way.
If you see Honey on campus, make sure to stop by and say hi, but like all dogs, make sure to ask if it's okay to pet first.
Oh, she's so cute.
So adorable.
I know. I was freaking out. I miss my dogs. I have 3 back home right now. So to be able to interact with Honey just for like a brief moment, I'm like, oh my God.
Aww.
Just a stress reliever, which, is her job. So.
I hope I see her on campus.
Yeah, especially with college students, you need that stress relief.
Oh, 100%.
Thank you, Karlie. And this comes as the Bloomington Police Department is mourning the loss of one of their own canines. Canine Ike unexpectedly passed late last week. The department posted these photos of Ike to their Facebook. BPD says that Ike was with the department since August of 2014.
A former IU Foundation employee will spend the next year in federal prison after pleading guilty to wire fraud charges. Federal prosecutors say that Teresa Manners embezzled more than $326,000 during her time with the foundation. An audit was conducted in 2019 after the foundation found irregularities. Prosecutors say Manners admitted to stealing cash donations, withholding the deposit checks, and then writing personal checks to make up for the missing funds.
Scuba goggles and flippers aren't your typical school supplies, but for one program at IU, it's exactly what they wear. Grace Morocco takes a deeper dive into the program.
One IU public safety program is taking education to new depths.
Indiana University, we have one of the oldest diving safety programs in the country, and academic diving programs in the country, started in 1963. Certainly one of the largest in terms of volume of number of students trained in a year.
Each October, Sam Haskell trains 90 people at Sunset Park in Linton. The training lasts for 3 days, and in that time, divers learn underwater rescue, dive development, and search and rescue. But it's not just diving that trainees learn about.
Part of this program is obviously the academic diving program, and that's what we're here doing today, is doing certifications for our open water divers. But within that, we also have the Center for Underwater Science, where we do a lot of our research aspects that I don't think a lot of people know about.
Science is a big aspect of the program.
We do field projects in the Dominican Republic, in the Florida Keys, in Michigan, and we observe the shipwrecks out there and collect artifacts. And it's a lot of fun kind of learning about these different multidisciplinary aspects with archaeology and the biology and anthropology. And I don't think a lot of people know about that.
The program puts safety first.
Diving is inherently dangerous. It's still important that we tick these boxes and that we make sure that we are doing it as safely as possible, because when something goes wrong, when there are accidents, there is a high chance of fatality.
But that doesn't stop Haskell from teaching.
My goal is to get as many people diving as possible at the university and do it in a safe manner. So I really strive and try to make sure that, I can give that opportunity to whoever wants it.
Did you know that there is a scuba diving class at IU?
No, but I feel like there's a lot of very interesting classes at IU that we just never find out about.
Oh, 100%.
Well, coming up next on Hoosier News Source, cold and flu season is quickly approaching. We'll tell you where Monroe County is making vaccines available.
And will this comfortable and sunny fall weather stick around into Thanksgiving break? Alyssa is in with the forecast on the other side of this break.
What's Up Weekly with Callie Lichter and Lucy Kellison, Wednesdays on IUS TV.
A burn ban is in effect for Monroe County through this week due to an increased fire risk. The ban prohibits campfires unless enclosed in a fire ring. It also bans open air burning, including the burning of debris, wood, and other open air fires. The burn ban lasts through next Monday.
Bloomington residents can now receive up to $1,000 towards the purchase of e-bikes as part of a voucher program. The initiative is to reduce driving and encourage more environmentally friendly transportation methods. The city hopes to reduce single occupancy vehicle reliance by 8% and also help reduce traffic congestion. If you are approved for the voucher use, you can redeem the voucher at a bike shop within 60 days and begin using an e-bike vehicle. We have the whole process outlined and have additional links for you on the story on iustv.com.
Turning to weather now, it has been absolutely gorgeous this week.
I know, and I'm a little scared that I'm going to get used to this nice weather and then it's going to go back to being winter cold again.
Like Midwest weather.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Alyssa Heilman is here with the weather. She's going to tell us what's going on.
Hey guys, so unfortunately you should not get used to it. We've got a good amount of sunny days ahead of us, but temperatures are continuing to drop as we head towards the winter season. Let's take a closer look. Considering it's mid-November, we've got a beautiful day ahead of us. Some clouds were present early this morning before sunrise, but for the rest of the day, we're expecting perfectly clear skies. Temperatures stick around to the mid to low 60s all afternoon, with the daily high being 65 degrees. After that, temperatures cool off into the evening. IU football has their last home game of the season this weekend. They face Michigan State on Saturday at noon. The temperatures on Saturday will be rather chilly, but we're expecting full sun all day. Early tailgaters will need to be bundled up as temperatures prior to game time are expected to only be in the high 30s. At game time, the temperatures warm up to 44 degrees and continue to warm to nearly 50 as the game finishes up. Go cheer on the Hoosiers, but stay warm. I'll be back later with the full 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Alyssa. And next in sports, men's soccer brings home yet another Big Ten title, and they're gearing up for the national tourney. We're back with sports after this.
The Toss-Up, Fridays on IUSTV.
We are back this week in sports and basketball. We're gearing up this week with some wins and some losses. Let's dive into it. For the 16th time, Indiana men's soccer are your Big Ten tournament champions. The Hoosiers took down Penn State 1-0 in the championship game on Sunday. Thanks to a goal in the 38th minute by junior forward Sam Sarver, the Hoosiers are gearing up for the NCAA tournament. Indiana will host the Lipscomb first round tomorrow at Bill Armstrong Stadium. It's a lovely time in Hoosier Nation right now, and the IU men's basketball defeated Army West Point over the weekend. Let's take a look at this week's playback. It's tip-off, and IU gets the ball. Xavier Johnson with a quick pass over. Army West Point with the ball, number 34, Charlie Patterson with the dribble and the swift pass to Blake Barker. And ouch, pass is a little shaky, and X with the ball now, but the Butterfingers are in full effect. Number 32 for the Hoosiers, Trey Galloway with the swing around the pass to Mbako and a nice transition to Johnson as he steps to the line with a hot three-point shot for the Hoosiers. That's what we like to see, IU. And we're back with another one. Johnson pump fakes it and goes up for a fillet. Sheesh, that was a nice one. Maybe a little too nice. The final score for Sunday's game was 64-72, and the Hoosiers bringing home the dub. Now let's get into women's basketball. The IU women's basketball season is coming into swing, and although they didn't do that well in the matchup against Stanford, the Hoosiers did not back down. Let's take a look. IU gets the rock, and number 33, Sydney Parrish, a transfer from Oregon, passes off to the rock, and Chloe McNeil. Stanford with the ball, number 32 passes, and 22 Cameron Brink, and she pulls up with a shot, and it's crisp, 4-11. Brink pulls up to the plate again and scores on the Hoosiers. Hoosiers deciding where to go, and Chloe pulls up with a three-point shot, and it's water. 64-96, the Hoosiers had an upsetting night, but the ladies will go on to play Murray State next Friday on the 17th at 7 p.m. right here at home.
That was amazing. It is lovely to have you back. We have missed you so
Thank
much.
you so much. I missed you guys. So, yeah, it's good to be home.
Alyssa, do we have any rain coming up?
We've got both rain and sun expected for the next week. Sunny skies with highs in the 60s are expected for today and tomorrow. Clouds will begin to roll in starting in the mid-afternoon tomorrow. Those clouds continue to develop through the night and bring a chance of rain in the early hours of Friday. Then from sunrise to noon, there's a likely chance of showers. The clouds begin to dissipate into the afternoon and allow for full sun on Saturday and Sunday. On Monday and Tuesday, clouds are to be expected and a chance of rain is present starting Monday night and going into early Tuesday morning. After Thursday, daily highs are expected to stick around the mid to low 50s. Enjoy your week and Thanksgiving break.
Well, thank you, Alyssa. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving break.
Yes. We'll see you back here soon.
Yes.
Back.
And we are going to see you right back here soon. Thank you again for watching Hoosier News Source.
As always, be sure to follow us on social media and check out iustv.com to stay up to date on all the latest news, weather, and sports.
Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you right back here next week.